So where have all of these Hindu symbols, these inscriptions, these motifs, all of it, where has it been found? Within the Gyanvapi Mosque. Nabila Jamal takes you through the cellars of the mosque complex, which is where most of the survey report is based on.
As the debate rages on what exactly was found inside the Gyanvapi Mosque by the survey committee, India Today has managed to find a 12-page report that extensively describes the kind of religious symbols that they've spotted inside the Gyanvapi Mosque complex. This is exactly the 3D image of that mosque complex. In fact, the Gyanvapi Mosque shares a wall with the Kashi Vishwanath temple complex, which is why you see that Hindu symbolism, that temple-like structure that very clearly shows that there could have been a temple there which may have been desecrated for a mosque to be built. That is the in fact the Shringar Gauri complex there, where we're looking at the survey findings saying that that western wall that's aligned right by the Gyanvapi Mosque at the back of the mosque, that western wall had large-scale Hindu symbols, all including the lotus, the damru, the trishul. You had symbols extensively signifying that this indeed was a temple at one point. This is what the survey finding says. It's now in court. The court needs to dissect that. And that particular area where you see the barricading, that's exactly where the wazukhana was or is, where they claim to have spotted a shivling, a 2.5 feet shivling that they claim to have spotted, which the Supreme Court has now asked to protect. That's where you see the barricading right now to protect the shivling. And the most important part here is the shivling that the survey report claims to have found. The shivling that they say has been found right at the place where the wazukhana is at the Gyanvapi Mosque. And this is the 3D image that we show you here, where we're looking at that wazukhana, which has been fully barricaded after the Supreme Court asked to protect the shivling, but also at the same time not to impede upon the rights of Muslims to carry out their namaz. So this is that wazukhana area where you see right in the center, the shivling has been spotted as per the survey findings. Now the distance between the Nandi, as it's visible, the distance between the Nandi and the shivling found is about 63 feet and 3 inches. This is what the survey finding has to say. And of course the circular cutwork design on top of the shivling, that's what the survey further says, that there is some kind of cutwork on top of that shivling which they're trying to establish what is. Now we're also looking at a less than half-inch deep hole right in the middle of the shivling. This is what the survey findings claim further. But on the other hand, you have the Muslim side debating that this is not a shivling, that this oval structure is merely a water fountain. The mosque management has also asked to, in fact, the management asked to operate that fountain, but at the same time, they were not really able to give out factual details on how long has this water fountain been functional, whether it was functional or not, that still remains a mystery. In fact, first the mosque management said the fountain was not functional for about 20 years. And then they went on to change their stance and said that the water fountain was not functional for 12 years. So there seems to be some discrepancy in the information that the mosque management has given. It seems like they lack that knowledge. The mosque management could not really eventually prove that that fountain was indeed operational or not. So on one hand you have the Hindu side saying that it is a shivling, but on the other you have the mosque side saying that this is a water fountain. Now remember, the survey went on to open up several locked doors of the Gyanvapi Mosque, which of course the mosque committee had opposed to. But post the Varanasi court's order, some of those doors were opened up. Even the cellar, the basement area, was ventured into. The survey committee has gone down to find right at the cellar several palm-shaped leaves literally on the wall of that basement. That cellar had some kind of carvings that resembled palm-shaped leaves, which is again synonymous to Hindu religion in many ways. Also on that pillar were carvings of the lotus, of a bell, as well as the kalash. This is of course very important as the survey findings tries to establish that indeed there is extensive Sanatan Dharma symbolism within that Gyanvapi Mosque, and this cellar here is one proof that it seems like the survey wants to present before court. The court, of course, now is going to take up the matter for debate. It remains to be seen what's going to be decided post that.